You gotta give us an answer on Jared. I'm not even mad. I'm just hella curious.
Yeah, 0 damage. I didn't even.
He's not gonna do anything. This guy is doing nothing. Think first pick.
I hate you and I hate this team. We didn't even do anything. Oh my god, that is insane. This is the story of Jared. On my solo queue road to top 1% of Premier, I bore witness to the most remarkable game of CS2 I've ever seen. In 17 rounds of play, Jared had 0 kills and, even more remarkably, 0 damage. But on the 18th round, something incredibly strange happened. He wasn't AFK, he wasn't throwing, and he wasn't not trying. I needed answers for how such a thing could happen. But Valve has inadvertently refused me of this, as demos were not savable at the time. So I'm going to go in deep into my stream footage to see what really happened to Jared. But before we go searching for answers, I'd like to thank SkinsMonkey for sponsoring this video. SkinsMonkey is a swaggy automated CSGO trading site. It's super easy to use. All you have to do is pick something in your inventory, check how much it's worth, and then go get something new from the monkey. What's also super nice is the filters you can use to narrow down your searches. So you can either use your skins to trade for new ones or deposit money with their 30% bonus. This becomes 35% with my code Wilson. Please use it. Along with this, you can get up to $5 free. Use my code Wilson. The link is in the description. Thank you, SkinsMonkey. As every game of Premier goes, it all starts with the picks and bans, where Jared initially wants to ban Nuke, Overpass, and Vertigo. But then he changes his mind, unselecting Overpass and choosing to cast his vote to ban Inferno instead. Certainly an omen for what comes next. Pistol Round really set the tone for our friend Jared, where he buys a single flash and nothing else. The flash was never used, as Jared peeks mid after I do and gets headshot by a T through another T, based on the audio. A very unfortunate way to start the game. But we did end up winning this round. Since we won Pistol Round, Jared has a nice chunk of change to his name, but he opts for a deagle and armor, like the Giga Chad that he is. Is this buy an indication that Jared is already tilted, or is he just very conservative with his money? Regardless, Jared didn't see anybody this round and survived. Third round here presented Jared with a good chance to get his first damage on the board. It didn't work out. He sent some shots into the wall and then somebody else killed the T. I also gave Jared a little dink to the back of the head for good measure. Jared begins round 4 with some non-verbal communication. Is he happy? He seems to be celebrating and he's doing the cheer voice line, or is he maybe communicating with me about the dink? Some sort of sarcastic positivity thrown my way for putting a bullet into the back of his head? Anyways, Jared runs off, presumably towards apps. The T's are on a light buy, and as I die, so does Jared, to the hands of a deagle. Unlucky. At this point, things still aren't looking too bad for Jared. He's only died twice, and he's had very few opportunities to get kills. What else? I'm gonna throw that smoke ramp. But I'm guessing that Jared is bored and is thirsty for his first kill, as he buys an op and peeks down towards ramp. Yeah, we've been grinding. It's been going well. I am so sorry. You weren't blind. To be honest with you, I'm not completely sure what happened here. I really feel like that flash would have blinded him, or at least he would have thought it would blind him. I also missed the bottom mid smoke that I threw earlier in the round. It's supposed to land about here, but I didn't see it. Jared dies through a smoke, which I'm fairly sure is my missed smoke. So I'm sorry, Jared. In round 6, both the short player and I die early, leaving just Jared to defend A site. Oh no. Oh, that was a weird angle. You couldn't even see him. In round 7 and 8, spoiler warning, Jared dies without doing damage. By the time round 9 starts, Jared must be desperate for a kill. We're 8 rounds in, and he hasn't done any damage, let alone gotten a frag. With a scout and a dream, Jared peeks mid again. Okay, that does sound really good. And he dies again. On an awkward force buy for us, Jared dies in pit to an op during a short push. For the other random on our team, Gigglebop, 10 rounds was enough. Okay, I was ready though. It's just a bad habit, Psychotic. I'm not playing enough, and when I don't play enough, I rely on crouch peeks a lot. Should have added another game for just chess. Should have added Chinese checkers. Gigglebop would continue his persecution of Jared, this time over voice comms.
You didn't even buy with us. You sat pit with Deeg and like missed.
No, it's fine. I threw that and had him in a 1v4 there. It's fine.
No, this guy is doing nothing. He's getting first picks. He's not even up on you, so he's just sitting there and doing nothing.
He is 0-8. I haven't even noticed.
He's gonna get the first pick.
Yes, 0 damage. I didn't even. Oh, god damn it. The vibe is crazy on this team. The vibe is so good. But what's weird is that it's a 3-stack. It's Jared, this guy, and this guy are in a 3-stack. Jared seems visibly upset at this point. He rapidly buys an XM and a Deagle and tosses them in the direction of B site. He then thrashes around, letting off some of the steam from being 0 and 9. I'm pretty sure Jared did end up going towards B, where he again dies without doing any damage. Already finished off. 0-10-0-0. To be clear, I'm not trying to make fun of Jared. We all have bad games where we don't play like how we normally play. This is just the most extreme example of such, and I am utterly fascinated by it. On pistol round, Jared dies away from me, so I have no clue of how he died, but he died without doing damage again. I think Jared has lost all of his marbles at this point. He stands there, not moving, contemplating the prior 13 rounds. Jared eventually sums up the courage to play the round, where we can spot him running into apps as I die to a bedroom bush. We can catch a glimpse of Jared's valiant attempt to trade me, but this is to no avail. Despite having plenty of money for a full buy, Jared opts for Tech 9 and armor. The team rushes B without me realizing, and we can later spot Jared in church with a scout. Nice. This is Jared's 13th death. No, that's a challenge. 14 rounds, 0-0. Does he have an enemy 0-0? Oh my god, that is insane. And he's playing every round too. It's not like he's just sitting and spawn the entire round. I'm not trying to be mean or anything. It's just crazy. I don't understand. On round 16, we can spot Jared pushing mid with me, but while I go towards short, Jared ventures off towards long. He dies again. I do want to show this 2v1 that I did. It's pretty cool. Jared is absolutely juiced about that clutch. I'm just kidding. He seems like a shell of a man at this point. He buys a sawed-off with no armor. I'm convinced that his buys are self-imposed punishments for his performance so far. Jared would come to regret not buying head armor because he dies to a USB headshot in apps. Let's check in on Jared. 17 rounds. 17 rounds in, still. It's a tough time. A hard game. And we're winning it, too. That is crazy. Now, at the beginning of the video, I told you something strange happens on the 18th round. And I want to see if you can spot it. I made him mid-smoke. Jared did it. He was tired of being a pacifist, and he dealt damage. Enough, even, to get an assist. Now I was understandably excited for Jared, and so were the opponents. 89! He almost killed somebody! Let's go, Jared! Fuck yeah. It only took 18 rounds. He bought a Nova. Oh. That moment there is the most puzzling part of this entire match. Jared, for 17 rounds, couldn't do a single point of damage. And on the 18th round, when he finally has impact, when he hits somebody for 89 damage and he immediately gets traded, he leaves. He couldn't do it. And another aspect of what makes this so weird is that he buys. He buys a Nova and then immediately leaves. You gotta give us an answer on Jared. I'm not even mad. I'm just hella curious.
Dude, I have no idea, man.
Are you in Discord with him?
Not usually this bad, bro.
Is he just playing really bad?
Dude, I don't know. Dude.
He's like, is he tryharding or is he just tilted at this point?
I think he's just super tilted.
I bet.
He get, like, no offense to him, his ass gets tilted real fucking quick. His motivation goes from 10 to 0 with one bad.
The story of Jared is a story of tilt. More specifically, something I'm going to call CS2's tilt loop. It starts with one event that causes you to get upset. For Jared, my guess is that this was in round 4, where he got headshot by a deagle and apps as I was pushed down mid. This anger or frustration then leads you to make a bad decision, as Jared, the following round, peeks ramp with an op, knowing that the T's will have a full buy. With my bad flash and him dying through a smoke, I'm sure this frustrated Jared even more so. Tilt into a bad decision, which leads to more tilt, which then leads to more bad decisions. I think the moral of the story is that the mental game is just as important as the mechanical game. I'm sure Jared is a good player, has good aim, and hell, his rank is in the top 50% of Premier players. But what did him in wasn't his aim, but his decisions, which, based on the footage and what his friends said, were driven by emotion. But if you do want to focus on the mechanical game, you should go watch my Holding Angles video. And of course, a huge thank you to my channel members.